It's one of the most important learning area in Montessori to special needs education, because special needs children, most special needs children can't read very well. Most of them have problem with cognition. So when you now, that's the reason why I took you people inside to look at that shelf, those shelves there, and see the things on the shelves. Now when you look at practical life, you will see that almost everything there are things that we use for our daily living. They are most of the things we use for our daily activities at home. There's no child that has not seen cup before. There's no child that has not seen plates, spoon, fork, the dressing frame, zip, button, buckle. Children have seen all of these things, but as parents, we don't allow them to use it. There are some things on those shelves now. If they are in your house, you will not allow your child to touch it. I don't want you to break it. Don't use my plate, oh. Don't touch my plate, oh. Don't go and carry plate. You go and carry plate. You cannot carry unbreakable. But Dr. Maria Montessori said that we should give the children the real thing, the real one. Go, plates, cups, break the breakable ones.
Push the door.
Now, why did she say this? Why did she say we should give them the breakable ones? She said, so good morning, welcome. Please go inside the building there, get a chair and join us here. Mr. Light, don't see me when you settle down. Now, she said so because when they learn to handle the real things when they are young, yes, they will break a few. We all broke plates. Me, I broke a whole cupboard, a whole wardrobe that they put to plates. I climbed it. My sister went to hide chocolates inside one Pyrex plate on top of the wardrobe, and the whole wardrobe was plates and Pyrex and forks, and I climbed, and the wardrobe came down with me. Bam! I broke everything. I don't think more than 3 things survived in that wardrobe. My mother couldn't cry, she couldn't shout, she couldn't beat me, she doesn't even know where to throw the emotion. She was just easing, because if she said she should beat me, she would just kill me. So the day my daughter broke a cup, mug, and I wanted to beat her, my mother said, you want to beat somebody that you broke plate? You that you broke a whole wardrobe, I did not kill you. My hand came down. You understand? So that is the reason why we don't give our children, because we don't want them to break it. But Dr. Maria Montessori said, give them the real thing, so that they will know the value. They will appreciate objects and value them. So when they hold them in such a way that it will not break. And that includes all Montessori materials, every single object you see in that place. Here we do a lot of things. We do a lot of things in this place. Aside the fact that we are a training school, we also produce Montessori materials and sell. Those materials you see on the table, they are people's products that we are going to give them. This one, the drama farm, is somebody's product that she's taking away today. You understand? So these are products we are doing. This is my workshop during the week when nobody is here. This is why I sit and we make materials. And we also make sure that our students understand the value of these materials. Please, can you send link to the online students, because those ladies from Ikorodu are not coming today. This is it. So, what am I saying? We are going to introduce special needs children to the practical life shelf. Now, we all know that special needs are in different grades, and there are different types. There is Down syndrome, there is autism, there is ADHD, there is dyslexia, there is dyscalculia, different types. And we are going to introduce them. Now, part of this course, for those of you just starting this course. Part of this course is special needs education. That is why I have decided that every topic we have an information about special needs. Every topic we have an information about special needs. So we won't be creating extra classes for special needs alone, because that was giving us problem in the past with our timetable, because our timetable is jam-packed. We still have education courses. Education lecturers are going to come from LASU this morning. So that is why today we are going to be looking at the power of practical life shelf for children with developmental disorders. The power of the practical life shelf. How does this shelf in particular, out of the 5 Montessori learning shelves, how does this shelf in particular, how does it sorry, this timetable, don't worry, you know, I started from where I stopped last week. You know, I took practical life, so that's where I'm starting from. But you're going to help me print some questions out, because those that came for interview are also here. So questions print out for me. Check your phone. I'll send it to your phone so you print it out. Sorry, give me a minute. Vivian, where have you been? There's no toilet in your house. No problem. Okay. There's no toilet in your house, have you? You came to school. See this girl, eh? You will soon finish. I know it's my students that are there now. See you. See, look back.
This is a bedroom.
Your people are here. Oh. Okay. So once you print it out, Mrs. Pedro and Mrs. Blessing will go in. So now, in a Montessori classroom, the practical life area, this is handout. Take points. You are going to get this handout. So you don't need to write everything I'm saying. Just take points. Now, in a Montessori classroom, the practical life area is often the first place a child finds connection and purpose. When a new student comes into the school, in nursery and primary school, and early year school, the first shelf we introduce to them is the practical life shelf. Why? Can somebody tell me why? Why is it the practical life shelf we show them first? Yes, Shobusi. If you don't raise up your hand, you don't answer my question. Yes, Shobusi. Morning, ma. Okay. Well, she said something, but that's not what I'm expecting. Any other person? Mrs. Brodola? Does not see rice before. If you look at that practical life shelf, you see that we have rice, grains, transfer of grain from one jug to the other. There's no child that has not seen rice before. So those ones that used to cry, you know that some of them, they will cry for 2 weeks. I have had the one that cried for a term before in my class. And when she cry, when she gets to a stage, she will say, Bolu, mommy said don't cry, oh. Your mommy said don't disturb your teacher. I will cry, oh. And she will cry. She will not see to follow me again. She will be telling herself that my mommy said don't cry, oh. My mommy said don't disturb your teacher. But I will cry, oh. And she cried for one session. This child cried to the extent that I no longer recognize her voice that she's crying. You don't understand. As in, something is not part of you that when she's crying, I don't even hear that a child is crying. It's people that will come and say, Mr. Badori, this girl is crying. I say, is she still crying? Because when she got to second term, she lowered the volume. That she was not doing that again. She will not be doing but she will not stop. And that taught me that some things are genetic in families. I was shocked the day the grade 2 teacher came to my class and saw her and said, is this not so person's sister? The sister is in my class. And I said, Mr. Badari, she's not going to stop until when she feels like. I said, why? She said, the sister cried for a session in my class. Yeah? Yeah? I said, the sister cried. So it's a family thing. So you see. But why do we introduce the practical life shelf to them first? Because that is what we first calm them down. Because at least if you are not another type of person, you can't be convenient with cry. So what calms them down first is the practical life materials. When they see things that they see at home, they see beans, they see ball, they see normal things that they can play with. You cannot go and bring a Africa map on geography shelf. What business does a 3-year-old that is crying, what does she have with that one? But when you give her rice and say, pour it from here to here, initially she will think maybe it's food that they are giving her. Later she will see that this one is not food, but they say I should transfer. She'll be able to relate. That's what I mean. She will be able to relate with what she's seeing at home. So for children with developmental disabilities, Down syndrome, autism, this area is not just about learning life skills. It's a vital tool for therapy. The practical life shelf is a vital tool for therapy for children with disabilities. Now, children, why is it a vital tool for therapy? Can anybody tell me? Can you guess why it's a vital tool for therapy? Yes. It engages them. Now, children with developmental disabilities have some particular issues. That's why we say they have developmental disabilities. They are neurodivergent. What I mean by neurodivergent is that their brain does not work like your own and my own. You understand? It's about their brain. The disability is about their brain. Whether cerebral palsy, whether ADHD, whether autism, whether Down syndrome, whether dyslexic, dyscalculia. The reason why we call them neurodivergent children is because their brain does not work like normal people. Regular. Let me not use, as specialism teachers, we are not supposed to use the word normal or abnormal because it's like a stigma. So, but we say regular. Their brain does not work regularly. Now, when their brain does not work regularly, for the ADHD, for the child with ADHD, it's attention deficit. It is attention deficit. That means they can't pay attention. You are trying to bring up a math concept on the board. The child that's going to learn addition of double digits, this one and this one, then this one, you bring this one down. That child must have at least ability to focus for like 10 minutes and look what the teacher is doing. And neurodivergent child does not have that ability. They have attention. That's why we call them attention deficit. You are paying attention now. You are looking at me. If you don't have the ability to look at me for 3 minutes, you have attention deficit. Deficit is minus. Attention minus. So they cannot pay attention. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's the meaning of ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. They have attention deficit. They can't pay attention. They are now hyperactive again. They can't sit down. They are here. Children by nature are adventurous. But there's a level that an ADHD gets. They say this one is it don't pass. No, it's not evil spirit. It's not evil spirit. But this is becoming. Which one is evil spirit? No, to some people.
Yeah.
To some people who are not professionals like us. For a professional. It is it, you know, they don't need deliverance. Blessing and favor, leave me. Now, you understand? So, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So, you know that a child that has ADHD, the first thing you want to achieve with that child, before you open your curriculum and say, week 1, week 3, is how will I make the child develop focus and attention skills? If that child does not have focus and attention, you are just wasting your time with all those your curriculum week 3, week 9 that you are saying. It's yourself you are teaching. Somebody that cannot listen to you, somebody that cannot sit down, look at you. You are saying, take this one, put gum here, and stick this one to it. The child cannot get, as simple as that, the child cannot get it. You say you are bringing curriculum. Which curriculum? That is the reason why in special needs education, we have what we call IEP. IEP. Individualized Educational Plan. Individualized Educational Plan. That is every individual. If how many are we here? Let's say we are 15 here. Let's say we are 15 here. In a special needs school or in an inclusive school, you saw the name of the nursery and primary school we are starting. Treasures Montessori Inclusive School. Now, that means in this school, every child will have an IEP. Because let me tell you the truth, as teachers, let me tell you this plain truth. Every child has a need. The regular children, you are seeing that, these ones are regular, there's nothing wrong with them. There's a lot of things wrong with them. There are so many things wrong with them. That's why some of them can't write for you. You will spend 6 weeks, they can't write anything. They don't have PINSA grip. Life educational plan. That is you. This educational plan is for you particularly. So on it, you will write, what is your name? Ogunlaja Adetutu. This IEP is for Ogunlaja Adetutu. So that's like, this is Ogunlaja Adetutu's curriculum, which is going to be different from Iyanoluwa zone, which is going to be different from Scholastica zone, which is going to be different from Blessing zone. Because after my observation as a professional, I saw that 4 of you or 5 of you have different needs in different areas. Yours might be PINSA grip, which is not making you have good handwriting. Yours might be calculation, maths. Yours might be language. You have problem with understanding the concept of letters. Our might just be hyperactivity. It is not that she's not brilliant though. She's brilliant. If you are able to pin her down, to listen to what you are doing, she will understand. But the problem is she doesn't sit down. So you see how the practical life shelf will not help us. The continuous use of activities, of materials in that place is what is going to help every one of them to get focus and attention, to develop PINSA grip. I need to get some things because there are people here who don't know. Bisola, go and get the tray where we have jugs for transfer. Also get the tray where we have Mr. Lighton. Can you give me some some practical life material for PINSA grip, attention, focus? Thank you. This is why we have these different materials that we use for children over time. That is why if some of you have ever had that in Montessori schools, they don't write in time. A child can be in a Montessori school for a term and not write anything. Because we are not looking at grades in Montessori school. We are looking at the total development of the child. Development of the child in all areas. And when that development takes place, we now say the child is able. Some of you can bring your chairs here. Please, you can bring your chairs here into this place. You can come here. Now look at this. Look at this material. Can you look up, please? I want everybody to look up. In Montessori, we call this material the turkey basta. Turkey basta. You can put some there. That is enough. This 4 is enough. Okay, you can give me that one, Mr. Lighton. Take this one back. I prefer that one to this one. Now we call this turkey basta. Now what do we use this turkey basta to do? Look at the way I'm holding it. Look at the way I'm holding it. Did you see the way I'm holding it? If you are not seeing me, let me know. Now what did you discover with the way I'm holding it? I'm using my tripod finger. The tripod finger for writing is what I'm using. Now what is the child going to do with this? The child is going to suck water from one container and express it into another one while maintaining this tripod finger continuously. It could be for 3 weeks, it could be for 4 weeks. At the end of 4 weeks, we give the child the pegs. Look at the fingers I'm using to hold the pegs. Which fingers am I using? Tripod finger. I'm still working on the tripod finger. The focus, the direct aim of these activities is for the child to have good pincer grip. Because if the child does not have good pincer grip, the child will not be able to write legibly. Everything you see on the board, by the time you finish all your explanation as a teacher, you say, okay, our class work. Is that not so? Class work. Okay, you start your class work. The child cannot hold pencil. The child cannot hold biro. The child cannot color well with crayon. And you know Nigerian parents. How many of you are working with Nigerian parents? Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand now. You are working with Nigerian parents. Mrs. Pedro, you did not raise up your hand. What does Nigerian parents want? Right, sharp. To 100, even if the baby is 1 week old. You will forget about what they will use the numbers for. It's just that she will write. You will hear my neighbor's son can write 1 to 500. Even if the child does not understand the 1. So point of view. By the time you are engaging the children in these activities regularly, what are you trying to do? You are redirecting the attention of the customer. The child might not be able to write, but the child will be able to do other things at home. The child now holds a cup better. The child now holds crayons better. The child now understands colors. Like this activity I have here now, I prepared it down for today. Now, look at what we have here. We have pom-poms in different colors. And I have 4 bowls here. 4 bowls. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell the in different colors. Everything here white, here yellow, here red, here blue. What am I doing? I'm helping the child to develop pincer grip. I am also helping the child to identify colors. I'm working on color identification, and I'm also working on pincer grip development, focus and attention. Even if you are a witch, even as an adult, if you ask me to start sorting this color, this is sorting. If you ask me to start sorting this color, I have to look before I pick red. I'm not so good that I'll just do like this, I'll pick red. So it's going to help the child to develop focus and attention skills while identifying colors and developing pincer grip. In one activity, I have attended to about 3 or 4 learning areas, which is going to help the child to become a better mathematician, to become a better language student, to become a better science student. Another one, the most important of all these things, when you learn to engage children this way, it helps them to develop resilience and patience. If this activity is going to be for 20 minutes, that child will sit for 20 minutes. And what does that do? When you help them, a child that has ADHD, that doesn't sit down, when you continuously give them such assignments every day, they begin to build resilience. They understand that if it's not 20 minutes, I won't stand up here. So before you know, that energy that running around, the child begins to become a better person. I used to have a genius in one of the schools I've worked. Folajimi is a genius, but he has ADHD. Very, very intelligent, extremely intelligent. If you are giving everybody in the class 10 maths questions, you have to prepare 25 for Folajimi. Because if the others are finishing in 15 minutes, Fola will finish in 4 minutes. And the moment he finish, he will not have peace again in that class. He will start collecting pencils from others. You will just be hearing, give me a pencil, give me a pencil. What happened? Folajimi collect my pencil. Folajimi, why did you collect it? When I'm talking to him and he's not answering me, how can he answer you when he's doing his assignment? So you have to give him extra so that he can finish at the same time while those that are answering 10 questions can finish. Sometimes he will finish before them. And wahala will start. So what do? I give things like this. I'll put him under my table. Come and sit down here. Under my table, I'll be looking at him like this. He will sit down. Before you know, by the time Fola was going to grade 2, he was calm. If the mother was the first person that gave me feedback, that's why I say, when you are teachers or you are running a school, you are not the one to give parents feedback. If you are giving parents feedback, you are not doing the right thing. You are trying to encourage them. You are trying to, we are trying, no. I'm telling you, we are trying, no. If only you could see our classroom, madam, go and do your work. That marketing strategy is not working. When you are doing the right thing and it's having effect on the child, it is parents that will call you or come to school and say, Miss Bisola, did you sing a new song yesterday? Why? Tofunmi did not allow us to rest at home. She was just singing, They will tell you, because they are seeing change. And that is when you have the heart of the parent in your hand. That's when they will talk to other parents about you. Because your biggest marketers are the parents you are serving and the children you are teaching. Just like here, half of the students we have here, almost all the students we have here are through referral. A few maybe saw me on social media, but mostly it's referral. And one of your students referred me. One of your students talked to me. Somebody gave me your number. It is because the students are getting value. If you are not getting value, you cannot get to work and talk to your colleague about us. But when your colleague sees you doing some things that you don't used to do before, you see, and where did you learn this one? I've started training something. It's what they taught us. Which school is that? You will talk about it. You understand? So the practical life shelf acts as a guide and a vital tool for therapy, inclusion, and building self-esteem. As a guide, your understanding is to profound impact. You are in the Montessori environment. You are not a teacher. You are a guide. Because Montessori said, let the children lead, and then you follow. Now, a lot of people mistake that thing, let children lead. How do you say, let children lead in a school when we have curriculum? They are not saying you should not use your curriculum. But when you observe the child, you see what the child is lacking. You will prepare activities that will serve what the child is looking for. And I've always said this. For some of you that have been in my class before now, I've said it before. I said a curriculum serves 3 purposes. Abido, what is the first one? What's the first purpose of the curriculum? I've said it for your settle. You have forgotten. Okay. Blessing. What's the first purpose of the curriculum? What you, the teacher, wants the child to learn. She learned it 4 years ago. You never pass common for a year. Okay. I did not tell you that. I did not tell you that. Thank you. What you want the child to learn, serve the child. What is this child lacking? Okay, for example, a child comes here and she does not greet anybody. She doesn't know how to greet anybody. She just went to the Montessori room and started doing her own things. And you observe it as a teacher. The child did not greet. At least she's supposed to say good morning. You note it down. That is what you see that is lacking in the child. Number two, what the society is expecting of the child. That's why I fault people who sit and say, we are using American curriculum. We are using British curriculum in Nigeria. So when the child open that gate and get out, it's in Nigeria street, Lagos for especially. Where one old woman of 50 will say, you don't have to agree. Yeah, your lane. And so you are preparing the child for the British curriculum, where they don't greet. My daughter went to Switzerland. He said, Mommy, I said, yeah. He said, all this that you people are doing. If you try it in Switzerland, they'll be looking at you like a mad person. I said, they don't greet there. He said, who has business with you to greet you? Maybe when you enter your office, you and your co-workers inside your office can say, morning, John. On the street, everybody carry backpack with earphone. Who will greet you? So all this greeting you people are doing in Nigeria, it's a Nigerian thing. Every society has its culture. There's nothing wrong with greeting. It's our culture. We are a communal country. In fact, they are eroding that culture because Nigeria is now becoming a place where they want to beat somebody to death there. Nobody is talking. Everybody is facing their way. The Nigeria I grew up to know, if two of you hold yourself like this, one old man will come and say, Kinode, what happened? Why do you hold him like that? Oh, yeah, tell me, what did you do? What did you do? Conflict resolution. Our elders were perfect conflict resolutors when I was growing up. Even as small children, if you are fighting, we will leave ourselves and run. Everybody will run to them. That's not the Nigeria again. If you get to a Ikotun garage now, two boys break bottle, everybody will run. They will watch them until they will stab themselves to death. I will start snapping pictures, recording, posting it on Facebook. Two boys killing themselves at the Ikotun garage by the left when you are going to Yanopaja. It's happening now, real time, live. Americans have their culture. Everybody has their culture. Our culture is communal life and greeting. Now, yes, you can have a blend. You can have a blend if you know how to manage it very well. Like here now, we are going to have a blend of the Montessori curriculum and the Nigerian curriculum. Because I have already made that curriculum before now. So schools are using it. The Nigerian and the Montessori blended curriculum. So we are not losing our culture. We are not losing our culture, but we are refining it with the Montessori curriculum. Because the Montessori curriculum, the practical life shelf is divided into 4 areas: care of self, care of the environment, control of movement, and grace and courtesy. Grace and courtesy is that part of the curriculum that talks about respect and honor. That's why in proper Montessori schools, when you see a girl child in the morning, she will tell you, good morning, she will courtesy. And a boy will tell you, good morning, mom. Proper Montessori school, that's how it runs. So yes. Care of self, care of environment. Care of self, care of environment, control of movement, grace and courtesy. Care of self, care of the environment, control of movement, grace and courtesy. Mr. Lighton, these are the questions ready. Grace and courtesy. Care of the environment, control of movement, grace and courtesy. Practical life. That the practical life shelf is divided into that 4 aspects. Now, those tools are for therapy and inclusion and building self-esteem. How do you feel? How do you feel if you are going on the road? You know, most of us need to have zip at the back of our clothes, baskets. Men have their own zip in front, and you are going and somebody say, until your skirt, your zip has loose or your zip has spoiled. How do you feel? Tell me. No, I'm not even saying what you do. In your mind, what will you feel? Immediately, and you're outside, what's up? How will you feel? Your self-esteem is the first thing that you'll be looking like, you know the way we used to look when we were in secondary school, when you put what is that thing? Cardigan. Yeah, you were looking at one cardigan should just emerge from, you should just do like this, skati, you know, especially you did not wear tights. What will you do to yourself? Or you are a man, they say, Oga, your zip, zip up. That is why the practical life shelf talks about self-esteem. That's why we have the, Mr. Bido, go and get me the dressing frames. That's why we have the dressing frames. To teach children, to help them build their self-esteem. And what happens is, the moment we introduce children to the practical life shelf, where they can zip up by themselves, button their shirts by themselves, buckle their shoes, lace their shoes by themselves. So you can put it down here so that I can just take one. Okay, now this is zip. This is zip. This is the zip frame. This is the lacing frame. Oh. This is the shoelace frame. This is the hook frame. So what's the essence of this? Is to help children build their self-esteem. And you see that the moment we introduce them to it in school, and we finish the topic with dress up, they bring extra clothes to school, they dress up in the class by themselves, they do their buttons and they get it right. Their mothers are in trouble at home. Because tomorrow morning if you say, come, let me wear yours, I can wear it by myself. Don't help me. Mr. Bido said that you should not be wearing it for me again. Their mothers are in trouble. Even if they are going to do it longer than, they will not allow the mother to do it. I have a boy who used to wear banana shoes in my school. He will wear left to right. Even with that left to right, he will probably come to school with that left to right. Confidence. He will come with confidence. If I say, why your shoe like this? Mr. Badare, I wear it by myself. I said, continue to wear it by yourself. Let's correct it. But what have we achieved? We have achieved to build confidence, self-esteem. There's a self-esteem. There's this, I can do it myself, self-esteem in them. Yes, yes. Of course, I mentioned it, that when children just come to school in the early years department, the first shelf we introduce them to is the practical life shelf, because it's what they've seen at home and it's easy for them to relate with it, apart from the sensorial shelf, the math shelf that have materials that they've not seen before. And you know that if you have ever written a lesson note before, there is something in lesson note you call previous knowledge. Am I wrong? There's always a previous knowledge. Why do we write previous knowledge? It's because it's better for you to start the child from the known to the unknown. What you are saying about previous knowledge is that there is a known that I'm going to match with the unknown. Even if a child is 1 month old, that child has a previous knowledge. That child, a 1 month old, a 2 weeks old, has a previous knowledge. Because at least he has started hearing people's voice talking in his house. He has started using his eyes to follow his mother. Any day she wear red, he follow her. You understand? You understand what I mean? So every child has a previous knowledge. And as a guard, your understanding of its profound impact is the first step in supporting every child. Yes? Bless you. Can you check light off? The what? Turkey bastard. Yes. Yes. No. I just no. The practical life shelf. When pincer grip. The peg comes first. The peg comes first. Now, the way we arrange the practical life shelf, I did it with those that were here last week. Bisola, did you remember? We started from transfer, pouring activities. We start from dry pouring, then we move to wet pouring, and then we now move to pincer grip. It has the activities have to continue becoming complex. We start from simple pouring. That pouring you see, those two jobs you see there. We start from there. Then we start from the one they use this to pick things and transfer it, and we continue to make it complex. So the activities you will put there depends on the materials you have. On the practical life shelf today, if I'm asked to go there now and give 10 children activities, I can bring it out of that practical life shelf because there's enough material. That and the 10 activities that we give them, the children will be doing 10 different things, but the direct aim of those 10 different things is the same. Am I making sense? Did you hear what I said? Yes. I'm giving 10 children 10 different activities, but the aim of those activities is to help them build focus and attention. But they are doing different things. Somebody is doing pegging. This is pegging. I said peg all the clips, all the yellow clips. There's no way the child will peg the clip without looking. That's focus. I'm saying salt colors. Salt colors is still focus. I'm saying use the turkey bastard to get water and express it somewhere. It's still focus and attention. Different ones that I can do. You understand? So it depends on the materials you have and your understanding of the purpose of the practical life shelf. That's why I'm taking my time now to explain what the practical life shelf is to you. Once you understand the purpose of the practical life shelf, using the materials there for your learning goal. What I mean by direct aim or indirect aim at your learning goals. At the end of this class, the children should be able to write it in your lesson note. Am I lying? That's your learning goal. That thing. At the end of this class, the children should be able to, that is your learning goal as a teacher. So you begin to have a problem as a teacher if you don't understand your learning goal. What do you want to achieve with this thing you are teaching these children? What do you want to achieve? And your learning goal, especially in the early year stage, must not be 4, 5, 6. Why? For what? For a 2 to 3 year old, your learning goal should not be more than 1. Direct learning goal should not be more than 1. If what you are dealing with this material is identification of color, your direct goal, if they tell you what is your goal, your direct goal is for the children to be able to identify the colors in this place. Now, every material has a direct goal and an indirect goal. Every material. You mean it to do this, but it can also do this. Now, for example, you mean this water to drink cup, to drink water. That's the direct goal of this cup, to drink water. But this cup can also help a child develop pincer grip. This cup can also help a child develop pincer grip. Good morning, Dr. Adeyemi. Ekarosa. Did you see? You see the tripod finger? Did you see? So this cup can also help the child to develop pincer grip. So there is a direct goal of to drink water and an indirect goal of pincer grip. Do you understand? So when you are planning a lesson as a teacher, it is your responsibility to sit down first and say, what is my direct goal? What do I want to achieve with this? Every topic in your curriculum has a direct and an indirect goal. It is not just when the children come to school, we are going to teach them something. They are not going to sit down. I will sack it. If I tell you what is your goal, and that's what you tell me, you will be going to your house. You are not a teacher. You are a cheater. You must know the purpose of it. Those of you that are here for training, what is your direct goal? What's your aim? Before you as an adult, we stand up for your hands and say, want to go and register for that program. You did the inquiry. They say this is how much, this is how much, so I'll pay. What is your aim? So if at the end, or you are going and somebody say, what do you want to do with that certificate? When you say, hey, you just say I should go and learn what is called that Montessori. They are supposed to flog you. Carry cane, flog you very well. So you bring your hand. Because you must have an aim. The Bible says, who amongst you want to build a house that will not first sit down and count the costs? That will not first sit down and count the cost. So what is your aim? The same way it is when you are teaching children every topic in your curriculum. Before the children see it, you are the first person that saw the topic. You have seen your week 1, week 2, week 3. It is your duty to sit down. Whether you are teaching one subject, whether they are doing a general subject teaching in your school, that you are one teacher school. When you sit down like this and look at math, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, before you carry your biro to write anything, the first thing you are supposed to do is, what is the aim of this week 1? If you don't know it, there's no law anywhere that says you must know everything. The Bible did not say, thou hast the optimum of knowledge and understanding. Go and look for, go and meet Mr. Lighter in that office. Go and look for a colleague or anyone that knows. Please read this topic. What's the meaning? Because some topics are like that. The way they will construct it, you will not understand. Go and ask somebody, please, what does this mean? The person explain it. You don't understand it. AI, it is Ayedero. AI, abi ChatGPT, abi it's AI, abi ChatGPT. Go and type it and put it on ChatGPT. ChatGPT. That's how I used to ask my own ChatGPT. ChatGPT, good morning. What is the meaning of this? Tell me in layman's language. We explain to you. Nobody will know your ashiri that did not go to school. Like Mrs. Obadare did not go to school. So, how the practical life shelf supports learning and inclusion. How the practical life shelf supports, yes. What you, the teacher, what the teacher thinks the child should know, what the society expects of the child, and the third one, what the innate mind of the child is yearning for. What the mind of the child is yearning for. You want to know what the mind of the child is yearning for, you have to know about sensitive periods. And we have not got there, yes. What you think the child should know. You, the teacher, what you think the child should know. The learning gap in the life of the child that you think should be filled. Number 2, what the society expects of the child. Respect. Using the magic words. Those are some of the things society expects of the child. That when I give you something, show gratitude. Say thank you. Say thank you. Say sorry when you are wrong. Communicate your needs. Those are the things the society expects of the child. Now, the simple purposeful activities on the practical life shelf are uniquely designed to meet a wide range of developmental needs. A wide range of developmental needs. Key areas of development. Key area of development. How the practical life shelf helps. Is reaching together. Sorry, they did food come out. What's that? I don't know where she went. Check outside. They are just ready. Please, those of you for interview, are you? Please follow them. Follow. Mr. Lighton, let them use the last class, the nursing class. Let that small auntie stay with you. Shobusi. That small see. Let us stay with you. Now, key areas of development, comma, how practical life helps, and what this means for the child. Key areas of development, comma, how practical life helps, comma, and what this means for the child. Motor skills activities like pouring, spooning, and twisting jar lids build hand strength and hand-eye coordination. I told you, don't write it, just take points. You will get the handouts. Children with low muscle tone. There are some children, they have low muscle tone. Adults also, some adults also have it. They don't have strength here. They have low muscle tone. So when you give them something like this and say open it, it's a big issue for them. So this opening of jars, of lids, is a big activity in the Montessori classroom. So we get as many lids as possible, as many pep bottles as possible, and then tell them to. It helps to strengthen muscles because it's your muscle you are going to use. And it helps them develop good fine motor skills because they can manipulate things. A lot of people make the mistake of using the word, I want to make the child independent. We are not supposed to make the children independent. Children who are independent don't have emotional and psychological attachment to anybody. If you build them to be independent, we are to build children to be interdependent. You need me, I need you. That's interdependent. They are dependent on others. They are dependent on ourselves. That's why when we have issues, they say go and see the therapist, go and see the doctor, go and see the psychologist. Because we can't do this world alone. We can't do this world alone. We always need each other in one way and the other. Now, I've mentioned this is common in children with this low muscle tone and motor activities problem are common in children with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or autism. You didn't see her. Where's my phone? Please tell me when you go inside. Tell Mr. Lyson to bring me my phone. Maybe I'll be able to contact her. Did she go with her bag? She will come back. Don't worry. Go and start your own. She will come back. Now, for children with autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, I've mentioned that doing this is not only fun, it's a repetitive practice, and it helps build the skills needed for writing and self-care. The skills needed for writing and self-care. Now, executive function. Every activity has a clear sequence. Every activity, there's one of the applicants, I don't know where she went. Let me see if I can get her. Now, every activity has a clear sequence, e.g., unroll mats or rolling a mat. Look at the activity I'm doing with this child behind me. We were rolling and unrolling a mat. It has a sequence. The way you roll a mat, the way you lift it up. I was teaching her the way to roll a mat, the way to lift it up, and the way to hold it so that it will not lose before she will take it to where it is. They do the work, clean up after themselves. This requires planning, focus, and self-control. Children who struggle with attention, e.g. ADHD, or sequencing, learn to follow steps control impulses, and see a task through to completion. Now, in the cranial area, brain, this is where our executive function is. This is where our executive function is. What are executive functions? Impulse control, knowing when to talk and when to keep quiet, knowing when to run and when to control yourself. Say no, what is pursuing me? A lot of Lagosians, their executive function is not working because somebody will just say, hey, everybody start running. Where are you running to? What is pursuing you? Where are their inside? Listen, where are you running to? So when your executive function is working well, you know when to talk. You will understand why it is important for you to study the mood of people, not them. Blessing, yeah. You understand when to engage people. Or I don't think it's in the right mood for me to talk now. You know when to go for permission and when not to. You'll be sensitive to your environment. But when the executive function is faulty, you can make your husband by 1 year. Did I say, mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀, mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jókòó, ojúlọ̀rọ̀ wà. Somebody that came in at 11:30, that is tired. You say mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, ojúlọ̀rọ̀ wà at 1 a.m. lóru. If he slap you, are you not the one that look for slap like this? Ojúlọ̀rọ̀ wà, níbo, which ojú is that one? You understand? So those are the things that executive functions help us to do. As a lot of people, if you want to know that a lot of Nigerians have problem with executive function, go to Facebook. The things that does not concern you, it's not your business. You start fighting on it. Do you know some people are now fighting on Facebook to the extent that they are not coming to the reward to arrest each other with police? Yes, sir, they will trace your house through your VPN or your number, and they'll come and arrest you because you put your mouth in what does not concern you. All the problems you have in this world, you left it. Come back there. Kid, the idea. Why are you running to? Come back, sit down like that. It's okay. You understand? So executive functions gives us the ability to know when to move and when to. That is why it is part of road safety, the Nigerian road safety. These people that monitor our transport, part of their rules is if people have ever had mental health challenge, they should not drive. They should not drive. If road safety knows that somebody has had mental health challenge, although they are not doing that work very well though, because if they are doing it, all these Danfo boys should not be driving. All these Keke boys should not be driving. All these Okada boys. Because one of the requirements of good driving is that you must be able to take decision on motion. When you are driving, all your senses should be working. That's why they have 3 mirrors for us to be looking when we are driving. 3. For you to say, I am a professional driver, I can drive anywhere. I can drive on Ibadan Express Road. I can drive to Lagos. You must know how to use those 3 mirrors. Those 3 mirrors, you must know how to. As you are driving. When you see us driving, this is what we are doing. They are looking, who is coming behind you? There's somebody speeding behind you like a mad person. Leave the road for him. Let him go. You want to come big boy, Jordan will climb your head. You want to move, and before you even move for that person, you want to look at who is coming here, who is coming at that place before you move. You don't just swap. You can swap and cause problem for another person who never see you. Another thing they did is they did trafficators. You are planning to go to the right, trafficate. Let the person coming at the back know that I'm moving this way. You are planning to go to the left, trafficate. Let the person at the right know that I'm going this way. I'll soon go this way. Let me tell you, they know. They know. They know. But you know the problem? They don't care. This anyhowness attitude that we have developed as Nigerians. They know. Even if you don't know, the moment you start driving, you start going about, you will see people do it. When I first started driving, I don't understand the meaning of double trafficator. When a guy trafficating to the light, the two lights is doing like this. I ask question. I said, why is it trafficating? Double trafficator, hazard. Maybe the car is bad, or they have an emergency, inside the car. Mr. Lighton, please can you call Ola to put on the gen? They've taken the light. They know, but when they want to do their anyhowness, they will do it to put the life of people at risk. That's why in foreign countries where they have laws and the laws are effective, if you commit some driving errors, you are going to prison. Your head is not correct. There are some driving errors you can commit. They will take your driving license. You won't be able to drive lie again. You are a danger to the public and to yourself. They will withdraw your driving license. You can't drive again. Even in this Nigeria, it's like that. If you go and collide with people who know the law, they will show you. There's law in Nigeria. You have not committed crime. If you commit crime, you will not say there's law. Those prisons, they are not built for animals. It's human beings they build them for. So let's go to the next one. Independence and confidence. Independence and confidence. Independence and confidence. The child can truly say, I can do it myself. Montessori materials help children to build independence and confidence. I can do it myself. Who wants that phone? Whose phone is ringing?
I put it on here.
I can do it myself by putting on their own clothes or preparing a snack for themselves. For a child who often needs adult help, this mastery is incredibly empowering. It builds self-worth and reduces frustration. It builds self-worth and reduces frustration. Why do you think children cry when they want to eat? Why do you think they cry? Yes.
I mean, they want to be fed.
No. Why do you think they cry?
Because they are hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So they needed the other attention.
Okay. Yes, Shobusi.
Because they are dependent.
They are dependent. Mm-hmm. Yes.
They are not normalized.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Not normalization. Any other person? Why do you think children cry when they want to eat? The answer is what Shobuti have said.
They don't have confidence in themselves.
The answer is what Shobuti have said. They are dependent. The moment you show them that if you want to eat, see, there's bread in the fridge, carry butter, put peanut butter, eat it. You are finished yourself. Shall they will ask you anything again? You will just come home now, you will see that everything in your fridge is finished. The moment they can go there and get it by themselves, they can put on your gas and cook indomie and boil egg. Who needs you? What do they need you for? Okay, those of you that have children at home that can do that, raise up your hand. Do they call you when they want to eat? Do they call you again? They cry. Iya Abekuta. They used to call you now from Abekuta. Mommy, check his rice. They used to say so again. Because they can do it by themselves. They can help themselves to eat. The moment children can help themselves to whatever they need, your importance is getting limited. They will do it by themselves. Even if they are two. And that is the aim of the Montessori curriculum. That the children must be able to achieve a level of independence on their own. However, it is your role and your responsibility to prepare that environment for them. Now you are mothers now. You are coming out today. You know you are not going to be around. Some of you have left food in the pot, you have left food in the flat, you have said when it's 2, if I'm not back, do this, oh, buy this one, oh, do this. You have, that is the environment we are talking about. You have prepared it. So you will not come back and you will see everybody's face like this. What about when we are hungry? You know, say, tell us what to eat. You not leave money, you do not leave anything. Because you have prepared the environment. Mr. Lighton, what is wrong? Printer B? Okay. Now, they must be independent. For a child who often needs adult help, this mastery is incredibly empowering. It builds self-worth and reduces frustration. When somebody is hungry, they are frustrated. They are hungry and there's nothing to eat. They are frustrated. Even if it's Gary, the worst possible, there is Gary. I have a son. If there is Gary and sugar, he doesn't need you. He can drink Gary and sugar 3 times a day, 3 times, morning, afternoon, night. He will drink Gary to the extent that you are the one that will tell him, Gary, he doesn't need you. Ikapa does not need you for anything. And he has been like that since he was around 6-7 years. That's why that boy can go to Abuja and stay for 6 years and survive and came back. Nothing happened. He will survive anywhere. He will survive. That particular child of mine, I'm not afraid of him going to anywhere. He will survive. He doesn't need you. Just give him what he needs to go there. Give him money to buy what he needs. When he calls and say, I need 10,000, I want to give him. He may not call you for 2 weeks. Until you say, shall you remember that I've seen this Lagos like this? You say, I'm fine now. Some children are like that. And that is when the adults in their lives have done their roles well. No matter how strong he says he is, if the adult in his life is not doing the right thing, a point of frustration will come in. Social inclusion is an inclusive. Sorry, that's not what I am. Now, I have finished independence and confidence. Now, sensory integration. Sensory integration. The activities are rich with sensory inputs. The weight of a pitcher. Mr. Lighton. Sorry, please give me 1 minute. Sorry. The students in Dr. Adeyemi's class, they can go. You see, I almost forgot his here. They can go. Those that are for him can go. I can't keep him here. Oh, yeah. Go. Vivian, Abido, Drodola, Timothy, Musmola, please go. Those of you doing projects, go to Dr. Adeyemi's class. Sorry. You people can come here. I asked you people to come here because it's not, they were not around. Please, you people can come. It comes in doing projects. Is she doing projects? It's not in your group. Now, this sensory integration, these activities are rich with sensory inputs. The weight of a pitcher. Mr. Lighton. A pitcher. That pitcher I gave you to put water in the land and water funds. Please look for it for me then so that they can see it. Now, the weight of a pitcher, the smell of soap, the texture of a brush. Those are sensory integration, things that are sensory integration. Now, this is a pitcher. This is what you call a pitcher. We all know that this thing is heavy. Even if there is no water, there is heavy. How much more when there is water? It's not heavy for me, I'm an adult. If every one of you carries it, you're an adult. If that child carries it, it's heavy. Because he's a child and our muscle tones and our bones are not strong enough. So when a child is made to carry when you want a child, Kolatika, stand up. When you want a child to carry a pitcher, the first thing you have to do as an adult is to show them that they have to support it with their other hand. This will help to balance the weight from this one. Do you understand? It will help to reduce the pain they can have when they're carrying this. So all these are activities you will learn as the training goes on, but I just use that as an example. Children with autism or sensory processing disorder can use this activity to safely explore and regulate their sensory needs. Give me a minute, please. I want to get a sensory brush in the Montessori room. Sorry. Under special needs education, this is what we call sensory brush. Children with autism or ADHD, sit down. Children with autism or ADHD, when they are having meltdowns, we use this brush during therapy. We use this brush to calm them. We use this to calm them. Just by using it like this, as I'm using it, it has a sensory benefit for them that make them calm eventually. After using it for some time, they begin to calm. That noise, that agitation, they begin to calm down because it goes deep. You know, the way they feel it in their skin is different from the way we feel it because we don't have those sensory issues, but they have sensory issues. So this is a sensory brush. This, you can return this. I'm not using it again. Thank you. This Piper is a tool for children that have speech disorder. It's like they are using recorder. You know this recorder children use as flute, but instead of them using recorders, we introduce them to this. We introduce them to this. So when they do that, there's no way you will do this that your tongue will not be lifted inside. Your tongue, it will lift your tongue. Because the reason why some of them cannot make sound or speech is because they have tied tongue. So when you are doing this, your tongue will be lifted. It will gradually, welcome Adebayo, how are you? It will gradually lift your tongue. Where is Mrs. Wachuku? She's not coming today. Okay. Morning. Go inside. Now, social inclusion in an inclusive classroom. Yes. You want to ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You mentioned meltdown.
Yes.
For children with autism. So does that meltdown include, I think
it's affecting that gel.
Okay.
No, it's been.
Okay.
Okay, does it include when you are trying to talk to them and
Meltdown is crying.
just crying alone?
Crying, rolling on the floor.
Okay.
Meltdown. You don't need to do anything to them. By them having sensory issues and you not understanding how to satisfy their sensory needs, you don't know what they need at that time, they can have a meltdown. They can have a meltdown that can be so worse. They can start scattering everything that is in this place, running around. They can hit you. They can bite you. They can hit you. They can wound you if they are old enough and they are strong enough. In fact, it's a very dangerous time for parents of children with autism or ADHD. Some of them can wound their parents. We've read stories of them killing their parents because they are not normal. ADHD and autism is under psychiatry. That is why when they take them for evaluation, they prescribe antipsychotic drugs for them. I talked about psychotic drugs last week. For those of you that were here last week, is it last week? I talked to some of you about a child that I have is he's in the school I went. He's not here. He's in the school I went to train. One of the children in the schools I work that they gave me his report, and the school owner was seeking my professional advice if they should admit the boy. And I told her that she can't admit the boy. That she can't admit the boy because the boy is not mentally okay. He's a very severe autistic child. I have the report on my phone, some too. And we asked the father to go and bring his medical report because they've taken him to see psychiatrist. We asked the father to go and bring his medical report. And when he brought the medical report, the woman couldn't interpret it because she's not a professional. So she waited for me to come and now fixed an appointment between me and the boy's father. And when I saw the medical report, the first thing I saw there was that the boy is on 3 different antipsychotic drugs. The first one, risperidone. Can someone take your phone, go to Google. Take your phone, go to Google. Google risperidone, and go inside. Google risperidone and read what is under for me.
Used to treat
schizophrenia, bipolar
disorder or irritability associated with autistic disorder. These medicines should not be used to treat behavioral problems in older adults who have dementia. This medicine is available only on your doctor's prescription.
They can't even sell it to you in the pharmacy if you don't have a doctor's prescription. So a 7-year-old is on it. It's 7. That's the first one I read. And you want to bring that type of child to a mainstream school, you can move your chair out. You can move your chair out a bit. And you want to bring that type of child to a mainstream school. You can still move like this, or you move into the middle. One way or the other. Yes, you are okay like that. And you want to register this child in a mainstream school. What I mean by mainstream school is a regular school where you have regular children. How is it going to be possible? Because risperidone, we have side effects on it. It doesn't sit. It's always like this. It's always doing like this. And sometimes if it does, hey! He can start beating something. He can throw something. So I told the woman, I said, are you ready to accommodate this? How much is this parent paying? How much is this parent paying for you to accommodate this? You have to have the first thing she has to do, she has to have a restraining chair. If she wants to keep that child in her school, that child must have a restraining chair. You know what a restraining chair is in special needs? How many of you know what a restraining chair is? Yes.
A chair where you can find children with
Eye feeling chair. You know that type of chair we use in secondary school that we used to open like this. You will sit down. Now they will make it. There is the original one. You can make it. They will make it and they will put a lock. So it's when they want to release him. If not, it will be a nuisance to the class, to other children. It can wound other children. And it's not that he wants to do it. It is the reaction of the drug on him. They must be giving him something that will keep him calm for at least 6 to 7 hours. He will not sleep, He will not sleep. I've had one like that in my school before. It's not that he will sleep. But for those hours that you will be in school, maybe between 8 and 2, you will be calm. Even you will see that it's calm. That he won't have the power for it. Till maybe that medication will elapse. The truth is, gradually, the brain is being damaged the more. There's no medication that does not have a side effect. No, even vitamin C has side effect. Paracetamol. Even water has side effect if you take it too much. So how much more a very, very strong antipsychotic drug, a prescription drug. But that's the only way to keep him, to tame him, to make his brain at least work normal for some time. And for him to sleep. That risperidone go is for him to sleep. It is an anti-sedative. Because at times they don't sleep at night. The way it depends on the way the brain works. So I have to tell the woman, when I started asking this man, he's on risperidone. He's taking a Aldol injection. He's on this one. This man started telling me, that is risperidone. He's not taking it. He's not taking it again. That was before. That was before. They wrote it in report for you. So you see the problem. You see the reason why our professionalism is very, 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 very important. Now that woman, I was in her office on Wednesday or Thursday or so, and I have to tell her, you can't accommodate this boy. Number one, you don't even have the experience. If it's somebody like me, I can accommodate him. But the conditions I will even give the parents, they are the one that will run. And now, because the things I will ask them to do, like that report he brought, they have to be giving me that report like every 3 months. And you know what that means? For them to be taking him to the psychiatric hospital every 3 months to go and get the report. And then review his medication. And then there will be hours of the day that he can be in school. I can tell them we can't accommodate him for more than 4 hours. He can't be here for more than 5 hours. Maybe 8 to 1, 8 to 12. Once break is over, come and pick him. Because the number of hours he spends, whatever medication that he has taken will start reducing. Then actions will start. Before those aggressions start, come and pick him. Will they be able to do that? So aside from that, I will not even charge the same amount as regular children because I will do extra. I will have to employ a particular teacher for that boy alone. That boy alone, the teacher, the work of the teacher is that boy. Special needs teacher that will be staying with him in class and withdrawing him. When we withdraw him, we bring him to somewhere like this or the Montessori room to go and work. The teacher has to be with him. Who is going to bear that expenses? The private teacher, who is going to bear that expense? So that is why. Yes. Let us finish this thing. You this question, people. Yes.
For make them can maybe picking a child walking and backing a child. No backing. You can walk him. Backing, no. Backing will build bonding. Backing will build bonding. And once the child bonds with you, and that method, you are in trouble. If you don't back him, he will not settle down. You don't. I didn't hear you. Because you back him. And now that's the effect of the consequence of your backing. Now that you are not there to back him, he's biting every other person. You are compensating him with back. You are compensating that negative behavior. You don't know there's a way we can compensate negative behavior. You are compensating the behavior. You're supposed to help him to become as independent as possible without you. It's a no in any school. It's not supposed to be done in any school. No teacher is supposed to bond with a child. What if you are not there? What if you are not there? You are human. You travel. You call in sick. You can't come to school because you need to take care of your personal things for maybe 2 days or 3 days. What happens to other teachers in the school? There'll be problem everywhere. Nobody will be able to accommodate the child. Even your own biological child, your own that you have, you must train them in such a way that when you want to leave, you can leave. If you leave your child for your mother, and your child, you have trained your child in such a way that it's 100% dependent on you. It's only one day your mother will take that child from you. Yes, now, the woman cannot sit down from morning till night. She has to back him. As you are coming, you say, yes, now. Some people will only accommodate children that give them peace, even if it's daycare. How much am I going to take that will be worth my life? So you will see Mama daycare will tell you, please, Emma Bewamo, keep him in your house. Yes, they can learn if professionals undo them. Maybe these are solutions I'm telling you. If professionals undo them, they can learn.
I think it's only applicable to the little ones. Because I have one that is like
yes, he's working in a baby lounge.
Someone of 10 years, how do you back him? And he's even tall, taller than me.
You want to back him?
No, like when he's talking about back, she's talking about backing. That's why I'm saying it.
There are special needs students that will back themselves for you.
They will jump on your back.
They will jump on your back.
No, he does that. If he sees you now,
10 years.
He's 10 years. He's taller than me.
Yes. We have seen that one in a special needs school before.
Once
She's about 6, 7. She will back herself on you. It took about 5 people to remove her from my back. She will stick on. She will put her hand here, hold you like this, roll her leg.
And I don't know, their grip are always very powerful.
Yes, very strong grip.
Can remove them.
Very strong grip. You took about 5 people to remove her. There's no spirit. It's their aggressiveness and their bones. Tell him to send the message. Tell him to send the message. Now, we've talked about where are we? Sensory. Come. Sensory integration. Social inclusion in an inclusive classroom. Social inclusion in an inclusive classroom. All children use the same materials. A child with a disability engages in the same purposeful work as their peers. The fact that children have disability does not mean that they will not be put, Mr. Lighter is like they are looking for it, does not mean that they will not be put in an age-appropriate class. They have to be in an age-appropriate class. Do you understand? If they are not in an age-appropriate class, they will abuse. Yes, they are done. Tell them we'll call them. We'll send a message. But I'll see them before they go. Let them wait for me in the Montessori room before they go. A child with a disability engages in the same purposeful work as their peers. The shared experience is powerful for inclusion. It creates a sense of belonging and provides opportunities for natural peer interaction. Now, when a child is 7, let's say a child is 7, and the child has disability, he can't write. He can't focus, so he can't write. Do you think that child should be in an age-appropriate class? Do you know what an age-appropriate class is? What? Yeah, the normal age. So what's the normal age for age 7? What's the normal class for age 7? I want everybody to contribute. Basic 2. That's primary 2.
Yes.
Now, do you think the child should be in an age-appropriate class? If you think, listen to me before you answer my question. If you think the child should be in an age-appropriate class, why? You have to support your claim. If you think the child should not be in an age-appropriate class, why? Then I'll tell you the answer. Yes. Let's start.
So my own knowledge, I think the child should not be in an age.
Speak up so that they can hear you.
To my own knowledge, I think the child should not be in an age-appropriate class, and the reason is this: one, you have to take a child from known to unknown, and you putting the child that cannot even write yet in pyramid two, others are writing already. They can do things by themselves, so it will be so difficult for the child to even add. A child that doesn't even recognize figures and letters. So how do the child want to roll with them? So I think the child should be taking, fine, we should not consider the child's age, but the mental ability is the actual thing that should be considered, these major points, because the mental ability is still of lower grade while the age is running faster. So that's my own thoughts. Thank you.
Okay. Afsat, Abi.
Yes, okay. When a child is not on the same pedestal, his or her best, then I think there is no how the child can learn the way others are learning. So putting such child in a class where his or her peers are is going to affect the child. Why? Because the way he is learning at that present stage is different from what those ones have learned. And before he could get to that stage, it's going to take some time. So it is better to put the class in a secular class, drill him, then possibly that.
Which one is secular class?
Okay.
Secluded class.
Yes, ma'am.
Alone.
So, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, with a teacher, or if he is to be in.
We will get to you.
Okay.
Continue.
If he is to be in the class that is late at, then the teacher will need to do extra work on him. There are some children that at the end of the day, they can fit in to, depending on their mental state, they can fit in.
Let them come here.
The other ones, while some still need extra work on them. So it's not highly, how do I put it?
Ideal.
It's not ideal to put them together.
Okay, Ianu. Speak up, speak up, speak up. They can't hear you at the back. Oh. They can't hear you. You don't have a teacher's voice. Curriculum, individualized curriculum.
Yes, you know that this one, you need to work on it. They don't teach actual. You teach according to their ability.
Okay.
According to their ability. Like, oh, please let me teach according to. Okay, this is what this boy knows. Because you not according to what everybody knows.
Scholastica. What do you think?
Okay, I think he or she should be in this appropriate class. Yes, because age appropriate class. Because when you sit with your learners, it has a way of boosting whatever maybe you learn, and even you learn from them. Then, because there's something you said. Then, for me, I think for such a child, I would do a differentiated work. But it shouldn't. Yes, his work should be differentiated and follow him or her according to his pace. At a stage, once you get him, you will see the way that something will skyrocket. Yes, he's learning. I've seen such a person or children before. If you take them back, you're not doing them good. But when they stay within their engagement, it has a way of rubbing in. think they don't learn. And if she cannot write, follow her at her pace and try to move with her until she start writing. Maybe she has a problem with the pencil that we are talking about. Then for her, choose the method of trying to refine the muscles with the activities that will be given to her. If the issue is just the writing, then such a child might also learn orally, but cannot write. So I believe it should be the child in an appropriate class.
Mrs. Timothy. Thompson, sorry.
I want to talk.
Okay.
I have like two kids in my school. One is Down syndrome and speech impairment. Then I have one cerebral palsy.
Okay.
He cannot hold pencil. Cannot hold anything. In fact, he cannot sit. He can only sit, cannot stand. And he started from crèche, and we've been promoting him. The reason why we have been promoting him is that Moriyalu can speak very well. When we are going to the assembly ground, if they forget Moriyalu in the class, he will shout, "Mrs. Thompson, tell them to come and carry me. They've left me in the class." And I want to call someone, go and carry Moriyalu to the class, to the assembly. He cannot write, but it was when I got to this place that I noticed that I've even been practicing high heel pitch for him.
Okay, is this cerebral palsy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we've been practicing all his work has been oral. We ask oral question. When you ask oral question, everything he can identify an alphabet. He can identify letters. He can all these their rote reading. He can do everything. But the only thing is the problem is holding pencil, sitting down properly. That's what he cannot do. And so we should not.
That one requires a lot of therapy and you know, a lot of therapy, some
consistency
consistency and
this
listening.
place, and I discovered that okay, let's start all this practical stuff.
Practical life activities.
But before I even came to this school, what we're doing is that his own oral, his own question is a special question during examination, and he will do it very well. The only thing is that he cannot write. And the other one with speech impairment, that one you will not even allow you. Manuela, when others are writing good, and it's, you know, because it's Down syndrome, he has, you know, this aggressiveness is there. So if you don't promote her, she will bully.
Then the pupils in the class.
So as our mates are going to the other class, we are taking her.
Okay, to avoid bully.
To avoid bullying.
Okay, that's the point. To avoid bully.
We'll take her there, and she will write. Oh, she will take pen. She will write, and she will clean everything again.
She knows you to read it. That's why. She knows you to read it.
She will write everything. She knows how to write something, sprinkle and everything like that. And she will clean again. Even when you are telling her not to clean, she will clean. So I have to tell the mother that one, speech impairment, then Down syndrome with it. And
Now she needs to work with a behavioral therapy.
so they took her away.
That's behavioral therapy. Behavioral therapy. We have behavioral therapy. Behavioral that works with the behavior, the behavior. You know, we have speech therapy. We have different kind of therapy. Everybody have their own department. You understand? So that area that you're mentioning now is a behavioral therapy that works with that. They works with their behavior. It's called. They works with behavioral modification. How they can become a personal, an independent individual, and it's going to help them with, like what she said, that the child will write after finish writing, then he reads, then there's a behavioral problem there. So definitely she needed somebody that is going to make more of reinforcement and consequence.
More, you said more of reinforcement.
Reinforcement. Reinforcement means don't do it. Don't that word, or do it this way.
Yes,
Instead of using the word don't. You understand what I'm saying? So they reinforce until so they say that in our subconscious mind, the thing is going to stick there that no, I'm not supposed to do this. That's what the behavior, all this behavioral therapy does. So and
How can we help the pupil? Because they talk about reinforcement now. How can we help a pupil that does that same thing? You tell the child that don't do it this way, do it this way. Rena, you are doing the wrong thing. Please do it this way. My mom said, and she kept on saying, my mom said. No, you are in school, do it this way.
no,
My
now
mom
let me
said-
explain something to you.
The mom needs to.
Now, the problem there is this: is not, although the girl have a home factor anyway, but the problem there is the parents factor. Now, that is why you need to invite the parents over. Let me explain something to you. Now, my boy brought an assignment home, mathematics. He's in GS1, and I'm trying to explain to them. I solved it on the mathematics something, and the boy brought out this example they gave them, and the example they gave them was different from what. But the problem is that we arrived at the same answer. I know a short method. Your teacher was giving you this one. I said this one is long. Let's do it this way. You okay? Do it the way your teacher taught you. You got the same answer I got. Now, which out of this one that you use 4 methods that you get the answer, and this one is long, which one do you prefer? He said the one the teacher said. Now, at that point, I rest my case because the teacher said. Now, if I enforce, I mandate that it is what I am introducing to him at home that I should do. By the time he get to school and the teacher put another example on the board and he does it the way I have treated it with him at home, you know there will be problem with my daddy said. You understand now? So that's why you need to invite the parents over and let them know, because most of the problem, one of the things we used to have more is my auntie said. We don't hear more of my mommy said or my daddy said. It is more of my auntie. No, yes. It's not always more. It's not as much as my auntie said. My teacher said. That my teacher said. Even though your teacher is not correct, some of them will still be telling you that is not what my teacher said.
You also hear my teacher say.
Yes. I said my teacher said. So that is why you need to. That is why you need to invite the parents over, have a dialogue with her, let her know where the problem is, and that one is. Now the parents will now do our homework from home front. Then you continue with your own, this thing. And as I said earlier, reinforcement. Here, whatever you have learned outside or whatever your mom said, let it remain at home. Here, it is I dictate what is going on in this class here. So, I think Mr. Wada was asking a question. I don't know. She's passing it. Somebody was sitting next to you before. The person have disappeared. Okay. So, Mrs. Fabusi, Miss Fabusi, Shobusi, sorry, I'm sorry. Mommy, I don't want to call you. I want to remember your surname. That's why. Okay.
Okay, so I really have go with Mrs. Scholastica College, and that's the inclusion concept. The child should be age appropriate class. Reason being that number one, it will give the child a context like something example. The child Manuela. If Manuela did not follow the others, and also there's a way it calms them. It's like something like soothing their behavior, because we are the same class, so you get. And also when they're in the same class or class and they're practicing inclusion in that particular class, that is the inclusion, breaking down the class, that the visual cues, teaching aids comes in. If the child is having something like the example the child comes right inside the activity, you can also have find out those things. For example, the accounting and primary two that they are doing addition. The pom-poms can come in inside like that book. Okay, 2 plus 2.
Pick 2.
Comes to there are 2 pom-poms there and there are 4 pom-poms. Put them together inside this book. And many things. So it's just like breaking things. I feel we can do that 8 appropriate class.
Okay, Miss Ade, Miss Vashakin, yeah, I'm trying to call the.
Okay, so for me, so I think the child should be told age appropriate class, because it gives their self-confidence. They don't have to be in lower class feeling less of themselves. Only that the child should be learning based on their individualized curriculum. And I used to give personal therapy for a child with Down syndrome. The girl was 9 years old and she was placed in an age appropriate class. But she has her own individualized curriculum. So when it is time for subjects like
IEP,
maths,
that's it.
IEP. When it's subject time for subjects like maths, other subjects that she cannot learn
With
her
others.
classmates, they have these special needs teachers that take them on other subjects. So she withdraws from the class to her own class. Then when she follows the same timetable
With
as her
them.
classmates.
Okay.
Only that she goes to her own class when it's time
Time for her
classes
own,
that she cannot learn with her classmates. She goes to the class and learn. But when it's subject like PhD, sports and all of that, she comes back, music, she comes back to her class, learn with them. So she's just going with her age, like her classmates. Not like she's putting the
Mrs. Tinuade, am I correct?
I think I would have to go with their own
Point of view too.
that the child, in order not to understand the skills of the child, like because of feeling as if he's put in the class, it should be in the page appropriate and maybe individualized education plan should be to be able to meet up to and to correct
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. If I am to go, I won't go with the majority.
No, because
Okay.
the self-esteem of the child is as well as important
Okay.
as the learning process as well. Because like I have two of them in my school before, though we rejected one this time because the parents are not completing. The other ones, we have a special teacher for them before. But when they were not turning up again, the teacher left. So, but the other parents insisted that the other child should still come to us. And I have to tell the HOS that, yes, teacher, this child is normal. To me, the child is normal. So the only thing is that you need to pay extra time and extra attention to her. And me, I'm seeing the child becoming normal.
You have seen some normalization in the child.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the child should be in the grade appropriate.
Okay.
It's just that the method of teaching
Different. Miss, have you said one of those things? All right. In my own opinion, too, I will suggest for both. Now, the reason why I will suggest for both is number one, it depends on the environment. That's the first thing I will say. In some environments, mixed age classroom can thrive very well. In some environment, that's what we call mixed age classroom. I don't know what you understand. Mixed age classroom where you're going to be having a 10 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, mixed age in the same class, and they're going to be learning different things.
Sir, let me go that the one you're talking about is different from what mommy also.
Okay, what was that question?
A child back, demoting the child back to a lower class that he or she is supposed not to do. I think it's
Because of what?
No, that was not the question.
It's not same thing.
That was
It's
not
still,
the
it's still,
question.
that's not the thing.
He's still in line
Asking
with.
whether
She's asking if a particular child with learning disability should remain in a particular class or should go to a cognitive class or our age appropriate class. I think so. Now, cognitively means if the child cannot write 1 to 10, then it's going to be going in the nursery to go and be learning 1 to 10. Now, that is going low. Now, or we should put this child is 8 years old or 9 years old. Let's put the child in where other 9 years old are. But it's going to be learning what is supposed to be learning, which is what years old pupils are learning. Is that not? I think that's a question. If I recall. Now, I'm not saying this that in a mixed age classroom, it does not matter your own ability or disability. It is called mixed age. Everybody is going to be attended to based on their own ability. Whether we like it or not, indirectly or directly, we are running mixed age classroom. I hope you know. Everybody. Because you cannot tell me that everybody in your class are all on the same cognitive developmental age. Because some of them might be 1 year 6 months, 4 year 3 months, 4 year 7 months, 4 year 9 months, 5 year 1 month, 5 year 6. You will be having them like that in the same class. So indirectly we are running mixed age. Now let me give you a very practical example with what to back what Mrs. Thompson have said. There was this particular girl they brought from the east. Her name is Nanga. I don't know if anybody. Okay, my old student knows the story. Her name is Nanga. The girl was in GSS 2 or 3, if I'm correct. She's 14 or 15 years old. She has, 14 now. We can see her developmental goals. Now, this girl cannot write her own name correctly. That's number one. She can copy. If you use from this upstairs here to down, if you were to use to write notes, she will copy the notes. But she cannot read one sentence from it. That's number two. She cannot write and recite A to Z or A to Z without making any error. Now, the question is this. We run crèche nursery to basic 5. The child was brought in to our school. Don't forget it's 15 years old. Now, what age are we supposed, what class are we supposed to put that child? Now, as that age I'm telling you now, the eldest in basic 5, yes, the eldest in our basic 5 is 10 to 11, almost 11. In our own class, in our basic 5, 10 towards 11 or 11 at max. And she's already going to 15. And they brought her in. Should we now take her to nursery 1 to go and be learning abokodo on the board? Should we take her to the one they will not do abokodo that they are doing no and lu al, or they are blending this thing? No. We took her to basic 5.
Basic 5.
Yes, which is the peak of our classroom, of our own distance. That's our highest distance. Basic 5 is 6. There we have some of them that have rapid growth that can match our own heights and growth. Yes, she saw some of them that they are some of them are even 10 years a month and they are almost like grown up, just like her. They become our bestie and everything. But one thing is this: she's her home board. They brought a new small board and hung it separately. She's learning little by little to z sound. She's learning no, apple, blending sound, so on, using Queen Primer 1, Queen Primer 2, like that and like that and like that for her to be able to read. Although she copies other notes like social study, basic science, and other things from the classroom normally, but she doesn't do maths, she doesn't do English with them, but she does every other subject because that one is all about explanation, right? And her own exam, she doesn't write exam with them. Her exam is specially prepared. She don't write exam in social study, business. She don't write exam in that. We focus on numeracy and literacy. Do you understand? I think I'm answering what your questions now. Why? Number one is that when she entered that class first, she bullies them. Now we have to call her and tell her the consequence of bullying, because no, one of our slogans is no to bully. You bully. Just it's on the assembly. It's on the assembly that we are going to mess you up. Everybody will see it and will tell you that this is the consequence of bullying. Anybody that bullies, so everybody knows there is no to bully. Sometimes even some people will just you see your nose like they will come. She's bullying. It's not bullying. It's just for you to know that bullying is like a big offense. For you to know the gravity of bullying. So we let her know this place, don't do it. And before the end of first term, she already knows that it is no. See, I've made friends with them in the nursery because sometimes she goes to the nursery when they want to recite, right? Wrote this thing, reading, and then she went at the initial stage. She went there to go and recite with them, then comes back. She's almost like the assistant class teacher in the class. Then she will come back to come and do her own this thing on the board. And by the grace of God, even if not that, she started exhibiting some behavior in her house because she was adopted. The person that adopted her is an elderly man. The wife too is an elderly woman. The woman has even traveled out. It's always the man that is at home. with some other siblings like that. So they brought her in to educate her, like, but they started having some funny movements. And the man said anything that will make family give her one kind of name, that she has been maintaining her integrity for a very long time. So the man withdrew her. That's after this time, because the man was suggesting that he wants her to spend one more session with us. That so that we can continue from where we stop and keep that. By the time she's done with that, then she can now move her to maybe GS2, and she'll try common entrance or GC. At least she should be able to write. She's writing on the board already, so she has to read what she's writing fluently. And which I know is not something bad, but sometimes when things is going out of your hand, you have to just baba balagba. He's already seen that his grandchildren. One child will not want to spoil the person's name, so the person just you started working some. But what I'm trying to say in essence is that age appropriate is very, very good. Putting the child in the appropriate. Now, when you mentioned something about bullying, you must have a very serious rules and regulation, class rules. And when you say this is the consequence, don't go back on it. Don't go back on it. One of the things my children, my puppies, and everybody always know me for is that I take my time before I talk. When I do something, I come and report them. Bring them. I will think, because if I do, I won't reverse it again. I will say that that's it. If I tell you that this is what I'm going to do to you, and that's it, I will do it. I might not end up going as severe as I've mentioned. So, but the consequence is what I'm going to say. The consequence is the consequence. You are going to. If I tell you that if you should do this thing, you are going to face the wall for the next 20-30 minutes, and you are going to stand there, and you must not look back. If you look, I gave a asked the boy to do this thing 20. The boy did it. The boy did 19, and the boy said, the main one. I said, you're starting all over again. The boy did it 4 good times, until he did the 20. I said, I told you that you must not stop until you reach 20. And the other colleagues, it was later, I don't know what happened that day. It was one of that time that Sarah was very wicked. I said, why did you say I'm wicked? He said, the boy did 19, just the remaining one, and you ask him to start again. I did another 16. I said, I told you, these are rules. But he said, that is why all of them, they are saying, hey, don't offend me. Because I said, once you don't just trespass. This is our rules. Don't do it. If I tell you, don't do it. So anybody in your class that you, all those special needs students, they have brain, they have senses, though they might have challenges. You understand? Some of them are doing some things deliberately. In case you didn't know. Let me tell you this for example for now. Another thing again is that they are very, very sensitive, very, very intelligent, that they are going to pick you as a prey. And they'll start using you. They started playing some emotional games on you. A child that misbehaves anytime you're around and sees a disciplinary in the class and the child is going to comport himself or herself for the hours the person is going to use. How is that magic?
Know your weakness.
Your weakness, thank you. So they fed on those weaknesses. There's a boy called Musa. The boy will never copy notes in the class. But anytime I write computer notes for them on the board, the boy will copy the note first. He will be among the first 3 people to finish it. Because they know. Because I will tell you that the last 3 people that write this thing, that will finish, I will ask you to clean everything and you're writing it again. Because I realize that some of them are very lazy in writing. There's a boy called Ubaifo. They are very lazy. They will write small, they will display. Someday we forgot that they are even writing anything. They will write first line and they will leave the remaining thing. And when their parents come, the parents come and pick them. The teacher will be the one end up writing the remaining book for them, the remaining notes for them. So I said, no, this will have to stop. Anytime they did not write, send them to my office. So by the time we arrive at that point, there's more of comportment. Because they realize that the woman is this person that, you this boy, you this boy, okay. These people are feeding you. I will write a note on the board. And the minute I'm done writing, I've explained, I will write, everybody should submit to me so that I can mark. They will come and submit to me. Why is it that your own is very difficult? Your note is always very small note. Me, my own is just once in 2 weeks that they're writing. Then once they write it, I will explain. The following week, I will come again. I'm not writing note. We will, re-explain again on this. I'll give you assignment on it. And 2 weeks after that, before they write on that one. So why is it that you? So sometimes they actually do that. They actually does that. And when they know that you don't take this from them, they are going to adjust. Even our own student does it. That's why your children are going to pick your phone and play game with it, do a man of things with it, and they will never take that phone. That phone will remain here till next tomorrow. It is not because the man will go and bring gun or anything, but they know that. What are you with my phone there? The voice alone has already said it all. To tell you that they handle it, sometimes they know what they are doing. So it's you that you are going to. So our conclusion is that whatever. Okay, before we conclude.
It's not based on classes or whatever. But I just have this child in my class. This same grader. You know, in my school they said no to beating. And I know that's the common thing in all schools. So
how do you discipline?
At times I ask them to face the ball. At times.
Wait, madam, mommy crash. Let's continue.
No. Like, no.
Yes, I ask them to face the ball. 6, 7. Can't work for them. Hold on now. Okay, you said it can't work for them. I ask them to raise up their hands and close their eyes. At times I will ask them to sit up, keep your head to yourself and close your eyes. Did you know that this same trainer went home and reports me to the mother? And the mother called the HOS, telling the HOS that I know what to do to that child. But I just said I should report her to you first. Why must she tell my daughter to raise up her hand and close her hand?
As far as you did not inflict pain, as far as you did not inflict pain, as far as you did not use. Now let me explain something to you. That word they said corporal punishment. That they say no more. Do you know it has been reviewed recently? Even in America, I don't know if you follow up with American education. They are now allowing this now.
Donald Trump said it himself.
Yeah.
Those children,
Let me explain something to you.
Sir, Mike, let me even ask
okay,
you a question.
continue.
Please, how do I handle such a? Because the child bullies and they will tell you, I told her sorry now. I told her sorry. I said, after doing this thing, and you are still telling me so that
It's the mother that is feeding the
I told
child.
her sorry.
No. Let me.
I told her
Hello.
Sir,
This
how
is
do I
a
handle
classroom.
such child?
Thank
Because
you.
in my school, the management, they carry teachers like this and they place teacher on parents.
They do that right there.
Okay.
They work they want the teacher no parents no.
Okay.
So how do we handle such?
Now let me explain something to you. Now, first thing is this, Mrs. What? You look like somebody that I don't want to call that person name. If I call the person name, Mrs. Her name is Miss Salaiton. She looks so much alike, but she's not a bit chubby like you. So now let me tell you this. Now, first thing I will mention before I start mentioning what I want to mention is that child looking for somewhere else. Child looking for somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm already planning to.
That's number one. That's number one first. Number one. Ma?
No, I'm already planning.
The door.
It's not a place.
Which door is that? Okay, this gate.
What they were letting
Okay, should I address the question or what? Should I address the question?
Yes.
Now, in such situation, the first thing I wanted to ask you to do is discuss with the management. Now, at this point, it look like your management is not ready or are not ready to make any adjustment. It's like they have prioritized the parents over the staff.
There's nothing you want to discuss with them.
I've already, you know, from what you just said, I've already seen it. Now, this is it. There are rules, and there are rules. The boy or girl, or whoever the person is.
She's even fair like me.
Now, let me.
That day is bad. She will be telling others.
Let me tell you.
Keep it to your house. When you are in your house, just say it. Don't mention it.
Mrs. Basirat, let me explain to you. Now, in a classroom, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about other this thing. You are the alpha and the omega of the classroom. You bully the child, probably in the process of bullying, you injure the child. The child that injures somebody might not be scolded, or you, the teacher, is coming back to you. That is where I want you to. The reason is this. Let me explain something to you. It's not as if I'm bragging. Please, I don't want everybody to use it as probably I'm using it as maybe I'm feeling comfortable about it. But let me say this today, and I can say it anyway. The worst that can happen is you ask me to resign.
And it's not even the end of the
If I can count how many schools I've worked with, you no school. God is my witness. I'm here. I've worked about almost 20 schools. No schools have ever laid me off unless I'm ready to go. And it's not as if the in short in some schools anytime something happen, they will the one in charge of discipline. They know, because I will try and understand from your angle first before I will look at you first. I will ask you a series of questions that at the end of the questions I'm asking you yourself, you know that you're at fault. By the question I'm asking you by yourself, you know you're at fault. But okay, from everything you have said now, am I the one? Is the person the one at fault or you? No, wait now. Okay, let's say she's the one that do it. Okay, is she the one at fault or you? She's the one at fault now. You will be the one to do the judge of yourself.
Okay, why asking the pupils, right?
I'm not asking the pupils, I'm asking the person that did something.
Okay.
Now let me explain something to you again. You should have your own rules in your class. Number one, no bullying. Number two, no killing. What are your consequences to anybody that defaults any of those? Number one, if they don't use cane in your class, in your school, I won't suggest you should do that. But close your eyes, open your leg, and close your eyes and face the wall and all those things. You're not telling me that you know what to do. Come and bring your police now and tell me. HOS says she know what to do to you.
HOS told me that I shouldn't have done that. I should. She now concluded that if she does anything that is not for you, that you are not okay with, bring that to my office, please. For how long do I continue to do? God bless you.
Even in the presence
let me now tell you this. What was now your response to the HOS? What was your response to the HOS?
I said that I told her bluntly because they already know me. I said this bluntly.
Now,
when I told her, man, you are making me look like an incompetent teacher. The next thing she tells me, Oti beg you. She said,
that is that thing you said now, making me look incompetent, makes you sound unprofessional.
Okay.
Now, for my life, I think that will be the second time I think I'm going to have an encounter with. Okay, the first one was head of school. The second one was head teacher like that. And what causes the head teacher, me and the head teacher conflict? We never had issues. When I wanted to come in, I told you guys that I have a business I'm running. I won't resume 8 o'clock. I won't resume 9 o'clock. I'm going to be coming here 10 o'clock, and I'll be closing 1:30. As far as I have delivered to the classes you asked me, you have whatever me to, I am going, and I'm coming. Now, when he discovered that I was collecting more than his own salary, then I become an enemy. And I now told him, because he later came to apologize, then I've already left school. Somebody now, a friend of mine that I made in the school, now we now have to get together, and I saw him there. He was now like, Shama, no verse for this and that. I said, he now told me what exactly caught him. I said, Kilo, Shitobi, you are now seeing any little thing, you take it up, any little thing, you will now call the woman. You think the woman is going to come and beat me or to come and arrest me? And you will tell me, I've never, sure, there are some things I did in that school that is still in the, I saw the picture, the last time I went to the school, I saw the picture there, and nobody have done it. I was teaching them history, physics, all those things. When during history, we dressed like people epic. This one can go. We did a lot of things. It's not even cultural day this time around. Everybody dressed in their own attire. We did it, and a lot of things that we do during the fight war or something. We always do it in practical. We will take pictures, we take videos, and they paste it. Say nobody does that. Since I've left, but you did evidence. You should have asked me, how am I able to negotiate myself around it? Then I'll discuss with you. It was that day I spoke with him, and it was that month that I resigned. But because they know his ability, and the school have two different matches, they now ask him to please come. He now said, now I want to have another contract. He now signed as a part-time contract for this first school and for the second school, because they need head of this thing. So he's now doing part-time here, and he's collecting job salary. But I told him, this is what you're going to, as a man, you're not supposed to even kill yourself in a particular school, collecting a particular amount. I go to 4 different schools. You are used one day here, one day here, one day here. If you want 2 days, I'll tell you, this is the amount I'm using for transport, this is the amount I want to collect. If you are okay with my service, it's not by force, by fire. I'll go. And the second time I'm going to have issues with the school, something, was the real school owner. And the reason is that I'm going to use professional language when I want to discuss with you. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm coming to. Now, this school owner, I've heard a lot of things about him. He's outside the country. I know sometimes when people are outside the country, they always see people in Nigeria that they are lesser, and that everybody in Nigeria is suffering. That's some of their mentality. They believe everybody in Nigeria is suffering, and everybody in Nigeria you are ready to come and stop them. I never called you before. In short, when they added me to the group, I told the woman that can I remove myself? She said no. I said I don't too much, because sometimes I see the way they exchange staff and the man exchange words in the group. I have never seen one thing hello in that group. Yes. So I just keep quiet and I kept watching. So the day he was going to call me, he just called. He said he's going to be the one paying salary, not the HOS again. And I discovered that salary was not made. Payment was not made until almost half of the month, which has never happened before. And I called the head of school. Madam, what's going on? This was not our agreement. Before I signed the agreement, I remember I still have the letter you wrote to me and the letter I sent to you as because I will work with you as an organization. My company is 5 unit concept. So when I want to apply, I apply as an organization. So you are paying to me as an organization. So anything I want to write to you is going to be official. Even when I wanted to resign there, I resigned official. He sent a letter to me saying a man of things. I resigned to him that I sent another message to him that I appreciate everything he has said. But I sent to him, you send me text message, me I send him official message. This is my own, is a company. I don't know how you run your own, it's your own business. I told him, the woman said she's not the one in charge, it's the man. I said, send me the man's number. Let me, and now at least you are aware that I was employed. I sent a message to him. I said I have staff to pay because I was not the only one going there. I have people going there when I'm not, because I go to other schools, we shift it. I have 2 other staffs and I have to pay them too. It's from this money I'm collecting here and there. I will gather together. Yeah, you collect your money. This boy is, how do I pay them from my own pocket? You have not even paid now. So I called him. I said, this and I've already told you to review the salary for some time now. He said no. Transport has increased. When fuel increased, everybody knows transport increased. You refuse. He said, even I'm the one collecting the high salary in everybody among the decision. I said, it's your own decision and it's their own decision too. I told you. I came in, I dropped a letter. You agreed to it, you send the copy to me and you have the copy. There was no any distance there. So if you know you are not okay with it, just tell me. There's no distance there. We will terminate. And they said, I'm trying to be. So I said, okay. He started using some words and I told him that this should be the last time you are going to talk to me like that. And to hell with you and your money. I'm giving you till tomorrow morning. If you don't pay my salary, you are going to see your school on social media. That's what I told him. God is very good. He paid the money in the middle of the night. I didn't even know. It was when I woke up in the morning I saw the transfer. And I told the woman that I'm not working with her again. She said, I'm almost at the half of the month. I should finish it. I said, if he keep doing that, I won't. If he want me to end that month, he will tell me that once the month is ending, he want to pay my salary. Otherwise, we are going to have serious issues. You won't expect me giving boys guys come to your place 2,000 naira for transport, coming to your place every day, and at every month you are telling me rubbish. For what? So I told him, and that was when we have it. And at the end of the time, I told him, I'm sorry, we can't work with your company, we can't work with your school again. And that was it. And he said, is this one? Is that? I said, it's your own business. The parent that knows the value of what I'm giving calls me that they want my attention. I sent the boys there to go and be taking their kids. They bought laptop. They should be training them. The head of school now has her own school. She called me to her own school. You know, if I have done something terrible or something horrible in the school, nobody will look at me. But they know the value of what I'm giving. So what I'm trying to say is professionalism. Once the person crosses the boundary, give it to them. Let them know you are crossing the boundary. Because the man was using some kind of language for me that I was like, never in your life try it to say. What do you mean? You're telling me that? I'm still giving you. You're not giving me money. I am working for. In short, I'm using my money to service coming. The boy is coming to your place. I'm giving them. In case you don't know, ask Mrs. Alexander. I gave them money to come to your place to come and teach. Every time they come. So you're telling me you are giving me money for what? Is it the service that is rendering or what? That we end that you are paying after we have already used our own money to fund it. They are now paying us for the service. You are telling me you are giving money. So using. I did not say you should fight with your boss anyway. I just say if you don't have another work, please don't fight with your boss. I'm just telling you that there are boundaries.
But if we have,
Don't leave any place fight. And the girl in question, because I have like 2 of them in nursery and they come to my class. I know has this mindset now that you don't like my child. You get that? You hate my child. Once the girl, and that is immediately she's coming to the gate. What did Mrs. Liston
Says.
That was the first. You are the topic of the day. She's coming.
You know, there's always meeting after meeting.
Yes. You are the
Parents
topic.
does meeting.
So let's
Not
go.
parent meeting, not PTA meeting. No.
Yes, now.
Parents does meeting. They, you will not know how they know each other. You don't know how they meet.
What the child is
It might be
saying.
through church. It might be through. It might be on the street. Tell me. The two children might even greeted themselves, and you're like, that your mommy. Yeah, good afternoon. Before you know it, they will change number, and they will start discussing the school.
Honestly, and they will have group chat on your head, meeting, one meeting. So that was what the diploma I used. This boy has changed.
But there, any management, any wise school or any wise management should never place the teacher, the parent above the teacher. The reason is this: if parents goes, don't forget the teachers are still there.
Yes.
Hey, and let me tell you something. If teachers go, parents can still go, because parents are going to leave when they discover that there's no teacher in that class again after a long period of time. But teacher can still stay if the parent is.
Yes, when they are not
They
getting
will leave.
value, when they are not getting value, they won't tell the provider. They will just leave.
That is why you need to use a lot of wisdom. You know, management is one of the most difficult tasks.
Yes.
Managing humans is one of the most difficult tasks, because you need to. You are not just managing staff. You are managing the kids. You are managing their parents. The teachers are not just teachers. They are the resources you are using. You are managing the environment. You are even managing the owner of the building. If the owner of the building is someone that have cocoa for head, you can just come one day. Your rent, maybe your rent is next month to due. The man can just come up for choosing nuisance to come and remind you of the next month. The next that is supposed to due next month.
Do you know when I changed?
So managing, let me just use that word, managing business.
That boy said, Mrs. Oguze loves me. Loves me, you are my best teacher. And I know that was what he meant to tell them. He said, he loves me. He said it, oh, Mr. Oguze, I don't know why you love me. Because it's this hyperactive somebody. But it's very good, but he cannot stay. But it doesn't work all the time. This week I used, do you want to go back to